Hey everyone, welcome back and happy Tuesday. You guys see my little pizza burn? It wasn't even real pizza, it was pizza rolls. Why am I such a fucking disaster? Um, anyways, back to it. We got some stuff to talk about. Welcome back to Up and Adam Channel 2. If you guys are not subscribed, get subscribed. Um, let's talk some Jersey and some Dubai. What else do I have to do? There's a freaking hurricane looming out right next to me. I'm waiting for my internet to cut off, honestly. Please don't do that. But here we go. Let's jump right in. Smash that like button. Show some love. Let's go.
Cause we do it like we do it.
Siggy Flicker, not the Sigs. Well, she popped into the conversation because thank you to All About the Real Housewives, allabouttrh.com. They are always coming in with the news. Former Real Housewives of New Jersey star Siggy Flicker is not holding back. Now, following the finale, I guess All About the Real Housewives reached out to Siggy to ask her thoughts on the chaos surrounding the show. So when they asked Siggy, who appeared on the show for 2 seasons before abruptly quitting, they asked her thoughts on how Jersey has been, and she says one person is to blame, and that is Margaret Josephs. Last year, they asked Siggy to join them on the podcast where she revealed that she quit the show after Margaret reached out to her husband's ex-wife to get dirt on the family. Siggy says that Margaret hasn't changed at all. The worst casting decision made by Bravo was to bring on Marge. It's when ratings for Jersey started to plunge. These are facts, whether you want to hear it or not. Forget the fact that she looks like a grandmother and has no real big family, no real success, and a plumber as a husband who couldn't clean out her shitty pipes. What every person needs to understand is that is when Jersey truly turned toxic. Yo. Siggy, you sound like bitter as hell. You sound real bitter. Real bitter. What? She looks like a grandmother. She has no real family. Her husband's a plumber. The plumber conversation to me is just like the dumbest shit because you're attacking someone's job career. Like, it's like saying that John Fuda was a parking lot attendant. He owns the parking lots. So you're sitting there attacking her husband for being a plumber. It's like, that's not, you sound like a bitter fool. You sound kind of crazy. And Siggy Flicker sounds ridiculous. She sounds crazy in this. To me, that's my opinion, as Tamara Judge would say. But hold on, we're not done. She continues. She spoke on her experience during the show, revealing that producers, listen to this, that producers knew Margaret would be dirty and used her to go to a toxic place, saying that it was unbearable to film with her. Most everyone who didn't like her or want to kiss her ass on the cast knew that Marge had no moral compass and had no soul and would dig into everyone's past. She'd go deep into dark places and dig up receipts on everyone. And it was Margaret that reached out to my husband's ex-wife, who was no longer alive. And why? To bring on dirt that would only hurt our beautiful children. It was Margaret who producers knew would go into dark places where no one else would think to go. And they used her, whispered in her ear to say the most outrageous things, true or not true. And she would have no problem repeating it. Siggy ended up concluding this interview or conversation with All About the Real Housewives, saying Teresa wouldn't do it. Dolores wouldn't do it. Melissa wouldn't do it. Marge did it and loved every second of it. If Jersey is over, blame it on toxic Marge. And that is her opinion. And maybe some people share that opinion. I don't, but some people might. And I'm curious to see what you guys think. But wait, we're not done. Now the editing of it all. Thank you to tasteofreality.com. Jennifer Aydin chose to blame the edit for body shaming Danielle Cabral's husband, Nate Cabral, during the final supper at Rail Steakhouse. So she said, your husband with the boobs and you got the brawn, honey. But instead of owning her actions, she tried to justify her behavior on social media. Huh. She said, "How convenient that they cut out what she said about my husband first, triggering me to say that about her husband. Everyone there heard her, and they all told her that she should have never effing mentioned my husband first. But since you didn't see that, figured I'd share." Uh, uh-uh. Okay. Well, I know I showed you guys what she did as far as like promoting her husband on social media. They did a whole thing where he took his shirt off and he was showing off and all of the things. But I honestly, the guy looks great. They're a great looking family, a beautiful family. And I think that it was a little bit of a low blow. But also, this is not the first time that Jennifer Aydin has body shamed anybody. And I'm not trying to trash Jennifer Aydin. What about Gabby from the BravoCon situation where she's like big boy, which is not uh, like I defended her a little bit in that moment because the woman who came up, Gabby, picked a fight with Jen Aydin. So don't start none, won't be none. But then it's becoming like repetitious. Like now you have a pattern of doing it. And also, Bill Aydin had chest surgery in order to. You guys get what I'm saying? I know you do. So back to it. Now, what's next for Teresa's BFF? Well, the 16 bathroom boasting Bravo TV cast member is not worried about her future with New Jersey. She said, "Whatever Bravo executives say, I'm sure is the best decision. For me, there's no fear." People sit there and they're like, "What if you don't have the show?" And I'm like, "I don't know. I guess I'll go back to counting my Ferraris and all my bathrooms and my fabulous life." But during a very off putting impression, Jen said, "People are like, what are you going to do? Going back to being fabulous?" Okay. Well, mm, let's take this over to Dubai, shall we? So thank you to Reality Blurb. A lot has been going on when it comes to Dubai. The franchise premiered in June of 2021, and so far fans seem to love the second season of the show, but the ratings are not great. Many are calling it refreshing. However, the audience is not big enough despite word of mouth. Now, Caroline recently spoke to Decider and went into detail about the new season and why she and the other Caroline fell out. And according to her, she said, "I fell out with Stanberry because of She said, "Caroline Stanbury did not want her on the show. Nina Ali and Sarah Al-Madani and me and Caroline all know that's the truth. We have a group chat together. Stanbury did not want her on Dubai." Caroline then went into detail about why her ex-friend became so close to Talene, and she said, "Stanbury was mad at me for going hard, sticking up for Talene, then became friends with Talene just to spite me, not because she actually gives a about that girl." Huh. She added that Talene's personality is not going to jibe well with Stanberry in the long term, and I know this. She's too much for her. You know what I mean? And she's trying to be the center of attention, and Caroline wants to be the center of attention. How is that going to go well? It's not. That's why I said, let Talene burn in the last episode. She'll burn. If me and Stanberry make up, Talene and Stanberry's friendship is done. Yeah. Uh, uh. All right, guys, I want to hear what your thoughts are. Pop off in the comment section, please. If you guys are not subscribed, get subscribed. And let me know if you are watching The Real Housewives of Dubai. I have questions. But I know you guys are going to come in with the full on opinions. I love you guys so much, and we'll see you so very soon. Bye, guys.